Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a good old handbag review, and this is a handbag review that I've been meaning to film for quite a bit because I feel like these two bags that we're gonna be talking about today, these two I feel like right now are the most functional, user-friendly, comfortable bags out there, and they're also super trendy. So I was just looking up and down for a video of someone reviewing them, and I was looking for that video because when I was in between getting or not getting the Chanel 25, I just didn't know if it was worth it if I already had the Andiamo, because they fill out kind of like the same purpose in my handbag collection. So as you guys can see, I ended up getting both. And I do have to say they're my most used bags of the last couple of months. This one is a little bit newer, but now that I've had it for enough time, I thought to do the video myself. So I will be comparing the Bottega Veneta Andiamo in the medium size with the Chanel 25 bag in the small size in burgundy, caviar leather, gold hardware. So I thought that I was actually the only one that considered these two very similar bags, even though they're actually quite different in style, aesthetic, function. But for me, these bags are similar because they're open totes. They're really comfortable shoulder bags that they're gonna fit a lot. They're very comfortable, they're functional, they just offer something different than a crossbody bag, a top handle bag, the smaller bags that I tend to gravitate towards. So I've been finding these two absolutely amazing, super comfortable, and after owning both for quite a bit, I just wanted to sit down and do the pros and cons of each of them, the things that I love, the things that slightly annoy me about them, and hopefully be able to help anyone that is on the same dilemma that I was a couple of months ago, and help you pick which one is going to be better for you, or convincing you to get both, because at the end that's what I did. I am going to start with the Chanel 25. Again, this one is in the small size, and I do have mud shots trying it on so you guys can see it on my frame. Just for reference, I am 5'1", so I am quite short. This is also why I decided to go for the small size and not the medium, even though the medium is definitely going to fit a little bit more. But my 25 is in caviar leather in the burgundy color. It's absolutely beautiful, and I ended up getting this one from the resale market because it was absolutely impossible to get it at the store. Like, I went to Chanel I don't know how many times looking for it, and I was able to try it on, but it was always reserved for someone else, so I could not really get it. So I always like to include prices. In this case, I'm not 100% sure if there's been a price increase or not, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it retails around 6,000 USD. I think it's 6,300, and Europe I think it retails for like 5,300, 800. I'm also not sure about that. I usually note it down, but I was so sure that I knew the price, and now I kind of forgot. I got excited for a second because the sun came out and now it's gone, so I'm just gonna turn some lights on. I hope that's better. I know that my videos have been a little bit dark. It's not 100% the camera, it's mainly that it's been literally raining every single day, and the sun comes out every now and then, so I try to film on the days that it's sunny, but lately it's been very hard. So going into the leather, it is in caviar. I'm usually a little bit more of a fan of lambskin, but in this case caviar does work really well with the bag. My biggest selling point about this bag is the pockets on the outside. So these pockets actually fit my phone, but I do have the regular iPhone. This is not the Pro, but I just want to show you how it does fit inside of these pockets, because for me this was a big selling point about the bag. But my phone is literally right there, and something that I do is that I usually put my phone on the pocket that it's going to be on the front, because of course you're concerned about pickpockets. So usually here on the back I have a lipstick, I have things that I don't feel like they're that interesting to pickpocket out of my bag. So you have one big pocket on each side. Also, the only way that you can carry this bag is as a shoulder bag. This is where I think the Andiamo definitely is way better than the Chanel 25. However, I do want to note that this is a very comfortable shoulder bag. I love shoulder bags and I love top handle bags. This one is one of my most comfortable shoulder bags, and it's definitely more comfortable than the Andiamo. So for me, the Andiamo can slip off quite a lot, and for some reason the 25 just stays. Now the bag does not have feet on the bottom, so this is why I'm so happy that it is actually caviar, because it's going to be a little bit more sturdy. And this bag is rain friendly, so I don't have to worry much about it. This is also one of the reasons why I could justify to myself to get it, because this one is in suede. So the moment that the weather is a little bit weird, I just don't take it out. Now this bag works like a drawstring bag. You press on the CC and you open it up. And right now the bag is empty. Let me show you some close-ups of the inside. So you have one little like pocket on the back. This can fit like sometimes some jewelry pieces, credit cards, but not much. Like this is not big at all. So it fits a few things and that's pretty much it. Now on the other side, we have the plate. As we know, they switched the stickers for these little plates. And also on the inside, you have quite a decent pocket on each sides of the bag. So for me, this is a very comfortable bag. Love the exterior pockets, and I also love the fact that we have interior pockets. And this bag right now is very popular and trendy, but for once I can definitely say that it is such a beautiful, functional, comfortable bag, and I definitely understand where the hype comes from. I think it is very important to note that the Chanel 25 is extremely hard to get. I think it also depends where you live, but for me it was very complicated. I ended up getting mine from Brutolux. They actually have quite a few available in case anyone is interested. And I was definitely set on the fact that I wanted the burgundy one or another one in suede. I am now quite set that I want the Dalmatian one from Bottega because I just love this bag so much, but I'm gonna go about it a little bit more. Now, the Bottega Veneta Andiamo is a bag that I thought about getting since the moment that it was released. I was very on the fence if I wanted it or not because this bag is pricey. So for this one, I'm actually going through the website to make sure that I get the price correct. The medium retails for 4,800 euros, and I'm gonna put on the screen how much it retails for in the US. So Bottega Veneta is not cheap, but the quality is there. In some way, I would even say that Bottega Veneta has better quality than Chanel, and this is just a fact for how my bags have been wearing. Like, I love and adore Bottega Veneta for so many reasons. I got mine in the medium size because I wanted something that was going to fit a lot and that it was going to be an amazing everyday bag. I got mine in suede in this chocolate color. I absolutely love the bag, and it's in the intrecciato leather. I absolutely love intrecciato. Now going into more aspects about the bag, as you can see, the bag has a top handle, so that's one way to wear it. Then you can wear it as a shoulder bag like this, and I would say that the drop is quite similar on both bags. Now the Andiamo is a little bit slimmer, so it's a little bit more comfortable when you put your arms down, but this one doesn't have the handle sticking up. So each of them has its thing when it comes to how comfortable they are when they go on the shoulder. Now my best recommendation is that you can definitely move this around, and I would, because this is going to dig on your shoulder when you're wearing it. So this is how I usually wear it, with this right here so it doesn't dig in. And if you want, you can definitely wear this one as a crossbody bag. So it's really nice to have the option to do crossbody. I do it from time to time, especially when I need to go somewhere and I don't want to have the bag on my hands or just falling off or whatever. And this is the way that actually I feel like the things are the most secure, because it doesn't have a zipper. However, this one you can close it tight enough that it would be really hard to take your things. With this one, it's just a magnetic closure. Now this is the bag that I'm wearing right now, so I have a ton of things inside. This is the magnetic closure. You just put them together and it kind of closes up the bag. And on the inside, you have like this zipper pouch. Let me try to pull it up. So this is a pouch slash divider that it comes inside of the bag, and it's just one-sided. So here you have one pocket here, and then this really big zipper. This is where I usually put my wallet and things that I want to make sure that they're secure inside of the bag. And it's quite of a big pouch, so you can fit plenty of things inside. Also, something that I like is that you can use it as a divider, so you can split the bag in two, or you can push it to the back, so you can have like a bigger compartment. If there was a way to describe this bag, I would say that it's smart, and it was designed thinking how to make your life easier for sure. And definitely you can fit quite a lot inside of this bag. Now this one, different from the 25, you can get no problem at the store. You can go to any Bottega Veneta and they're probably going to have it. The colors and types of leathers are going to change with the season. So this suede one, I don't think it's in production anymore, and they're gonna switch the colors. However, they always have so many fun colors and designs, so you can go for very crazy colorful things, or you can go for something classic like this one. Now I do want to note that when it comes to Bottega Veneta, it does not retain its resale value. So if you can find this bag pre-loved, like slightly used, you're gonna save a lot of money instead of going through the store. The Chanel one is different. You're gonna save money if you get it from the store. So if you find an Andiamo that you like on the resale market and you can save some money, I would definitely go through that route. I would say that the small would be a little bit more comparable into what they fit. So I'm not gonna really go into that because of course the 25 fits less than this one. Starting by the fact that this one is going to fit an iPad, maybe a smaller MacBook. The 25 is not going to do that. Now I want to explain why I got each of these bags, because I feel like the intention was very different with each of them, and that is going to definitely affect how you experience them. When you get a bag, you have in mind what you want to do with it, how you want to wear it, what occasions, what type of outfits, etc. And if that bag feels that expectation or not, it's something that you're gonna find out way later. So with the Chanel 25, it definitely took me a while to get, because this was a bag that I would see everywhere. Every influencer, content creator, celebrity, Pinterest, Instagram, everywhere that I would look, I would see the Chanel 25. And usually when this happens, I tend to do the opposite, and I am like, okay, I am going to wait for the trend to die down. I'm always a little bit scared to get drawn into a bag that is thousands of euros just because I got influenced and not because it's really going to work out for me. And I think this applies to absolutely everything. So I always take my time. I try it on at the store so many times. I tried to watch so many handbag reviews, and I try to imagine how I would implement this bag into my life. And also, I have to sell something if I buy it. That usually stops me a lot from buying new things because I love the bags that I have in my closet. And for me to add something new, I have to let something else go. So I had to be very confident in the fact that I was going to like this bag. However, after going to the store, trying it so many times, watching as many videos as I could, I just kept having it in my head. And at this point, I was like, you know what? I really want to try it out. I ended up letting go my Chanel Maxi 19 bag and getting this one for Christmas. The reason why I wanted to get it is because I am someone who goes out with my camera a lot, and not only my camera but more things. So I kind of need my hands free and somewhere to put a lot of things inside. The size of the 25 in the small fits my camera, fits my wallet, fits all of my essentials. It's very comfortable on the shoulder and I don't have to grab it with my hands. It's not really a top handle. It's going to go very well in my mind through all of the seasons, specifically in this like beautiful red color. But the process of getting this bag was wild, and I'm saying this as someone who has not really been interested in a Chanel bag in a really long time. I was always a little bit on the fence about the 22 because it kind of resembles like a trash bag to me. This one though, I felt like the pockets, the design, it offered so much and I really loved it. And I wanted a darker color and I wanted it in caviar because this bag, I'm taking it to the forest with me if I want to go with my dogs to the forest. I want to take it for coffee. I want to take it on a road trip. I am this year in a point where I'm just going to use my bags because if that day this is the bag that is going to function me the best, I'm gonna take it with me. And that's something that this one didn't really offer because it was in suede. But this one I got it in suede just because I am so in love with suede. Now this one was a little bit more impulsive. Like I thought about getting it for like 2 years straight. I would always go to the store, I would always try it out. And I was on the fence for the price and also because I didn't know if I was really going to like it. I had friends that had the smaller sizes, but no one that really had the medium. Until one Christmas, we gifted my mother-in-law the medium size in this beautiful green color. And she loved it so much and she let me try it on a couple of times. And I was hooked. And from there, I decided that I wanted to get it. I wanted to get it in suede because I have a thing for Bottega Veneta bags in suede. I know that it's a problem. I don't care. I knew that I was going to get a bag that I was going to be a little bit restricted in how I was going to be able to use it depending on the weather. And usually in Barcelona, it doesn't rain as much, but in the past year and a half, we've had so much rain. It's insane. So usually this would not be a problem. Lately, it's been a bit of a problem, but that's also why I kind of have both. And I wanted this bag to be like my I'll throw everything Mary Poppins type of vibe. I've been very into bigger bags lately, as I just explained. I just carry a lot of stuff with me. And I wanted a comfortable shoulder bag that was going to be very understated. Because when you take this thing off, because honestly, I never really wear it like this. And this is how you can more so tell that this is Bottega Veneta. But if you do this and you wear it on the shoulder, I feel like this is very understated. It's very comfortable, surprisingly lightweight, I have to say that too. It's versatile, it's convenient. Like at some point I had to force myself to use my other bags because I was using this one so much, because it just fits everything. If I'm going shopping, I can just put the shopping inside of this bag. I really adore this bag, and I just want it to be like my comfort chocolate suede fall winter, but I'm gonna definitely use it spring summer too type of bag. And also, by the time that I got this bag, the trend was already dying down quite a lot, so I knew that I was getting it because I wanted the functionality and because I really love the look of the bag, more than because it was very trendy. Whereas with this one, I don't think that I really waited that long, but I would get two. Now, when it comes to the silhouette, I feel like they're very different. The Chanel 25, a little bit more like a hobo bag. It's slouchy, it has like this relaxed look, and the more that you use it, the more that it's going to be like squishy. It has this modern Chanel energy, but also I feel like it has like a vintage look to it at the same time. I don't really know how to explain that. It is a very casual bag, but it does have logo here, and then the last one here. This bag feels cool but not precious, so you can definitely run this bag down to the ground and just use it. I would not put it on the same spot as like a classic flap, for example. Now, the Andiamo is definitely more structured, very refined when it comes to the lines that it has and the way that it's made. This bag, also forgot to mention, doesn't have feet either. This one is definitely a little bit more of a understated luxury, and the vibe for me, this one is definitely a very casual bag. And I feel like the people that get the Andiamo, they're looking for comfort, functionality, craftsmanship, history of the brand, and like the quality that comes with it, of course. Whereas with the Chanel 25, like, yes, it can be all of the above, but also it has the super trendiness factor and the fact that it's Chanel. Now, something that is very important to me when it comes to a shoulder bag is access. So how easy it is to access these bags when you are wearing them on the shoulder. I do want to note regarding the Andiamo, if you ever use it as a crossbody bag, the weight of the bag itself is going to make it close. So when you want to reach for things, you really need to push it up and open it and do this. That is kind of the same case when it comes when you're wearing it on the shoulder. You really need to push open to get everything out. I don't really mind it. You can open it and reach for things inside. Also, when you're using it crossbody, this handle is a little bit annoying and on the way. Now, regarding the Chanel 25, I think it's really easy to reach for anything that you want of the bag, so this is something that I really love about it. The small size doesn't really come with the extra pouch, but the medium does, so that would have been amazing. And the outer pocket, I do have to say that it is amazing, and this one doesn't really have that. And I think that's also why people are so obsessed with this bag, because it is just so easy to use. It's so convenient. Reaching for your things has never been easier in a bag that I've ever owned, and that says a lot because I am obsessed with bags and I love trying new bags. I just love the Chanel 25 so much, and it does live up to the trend. I do wish that there was like a magnetic closure right here, and I'm saying this because when I'm wearing it outside, I just feel like I really need to cinch it like to the max to make sure that no one reaches inside. And I've never been pickpocket before. It's definitely something that you consider when you walk on the streets quite a lot, and for me it's a really important aspect, so I ended up cinching it like this. And I don't think it's the best look for the bag. I just prefer how it looks, and also the fact that it's more accessible for your things when it's like a little bit more open like this. And also, I wouldn't mind a bigger interior pocket. I feel like they're a little bit small, and we can have one in the front and in the back, and they could be a bit bigger. Now, in terms of organization, I would say that the Andiamo feels a little bit more contained as a bag. It definitely feels more secure because it has the zipper interior pocket, and it does close up like this, and it's quite flat. And as I said, when you're kind of wearing it, you're cinching the bag yourself, so it is really hard that you're gonna get anything stolen. Also, when traveling, that is the pocket where I usually keep my passport, everything that I just need to access easily inside of the bag, because both of them are kind of like a black hole, so you're just gonna have to look through your things inside of the bag. However, with the aspect that this one, you can split it in the middle and you can put maybe some things here and some things there, and you just kind of know where they are a little bit more. And also inside these little pockets, you can put lipsticks and smaller things that you just don't want rumbling around your bag, but definitely you can find things inside of the bag. So because these two bags are very different in sizes, of course they're gonna fit very different things. I do have to say that this bag fits quite a lot, and I'm gonna give it that, like it fits bigger items because the base of the bag is quite wide. So here you can fit a camera, a small water bottle, you can fit all your travel essentials, makeup, like only like bigger items don't really fit inside of the Chanel 25. But I would love to hear anyone that has the medium size and also the medium of the Andiamo. I feel like the 25 would fit more just because it's like a bigger bag on the inside. And also I've seen that the medium size is a little bit taller, whereas this one, I would say that is more symmetrical, but also the bag is already wider. So I definitely think that the Chanel 25 in the medium size would fit more than this Andiamo, but right now, of course, this one fits more and it fits bigger items, but does not fit a laptop. It's kind of sad because it almost could fit like by an inch. But sometimes what I do if I really need to take my laptop with me is just this. It is not ideal for sure, but you can still kind of wear it. But yeah, it's really sad that it doesn't fit because I feel like if it did, it would absolutely be the perfect work bag because it's very quiet and understated, also very comfortable, and it's going to fit a lot. This is the MacBook Pro 14-inch and it almost but doesn't really fit. Now I'm gonna go with the pros and cons of each bag. Started with the cons so we can end on a positive note. First, con about the Chanel 25, the open top. It's kind of like a security concern, and I don't know who would really take this into consideration, but there's no way to fully close this bag. This bag doesn't have a top handle and it is not a crossbody bag. This is only a shoulder bag. I would love if it would have a very similar magnetic closure than the Andiamo. It doesn't have one. Honestly, I would love fit on the bottom, and I think a bigger interior pocket would be great. Now the cons for the Andiamo would be that even though you can wear this bag as a crossbody bag, it is not ideal and not the most comfortable. Like, I appreciate that we have the option. I just almost never do it because it doesn't look good and it's very complicated to get access to the bag when you're wearing it like that. Plus the handle is on the way. The strap can also behave like a spaghetti. Sometimes it twists. It's a little bit hard to manage and I always feel like I need to keep fixing it and it's a little bit annoying. It's part of the problem that it just keeps slipping off my shoulder very easy. And also it does not have fit on the bottom that I feel like that would be so easy to add to both of the bags. I just don't know why they didn't really take that into consideration, especially when they offer suede on both of them. These are bags that you don't really want touching surfaces because they can get dirty very easy. Regarding corner wear, I don't feel like I've owned them for long enough to report on that, so both are perfect. I do want to note that I feel like the Andiamo is definitely going to get more corner wear than the 25 because of the way that they're made. You can tell that this one is probably going to get a bit more. The Andiamo is a very versatile bag. You can tell that when they designed it, they took a lot of things into consideration to make it beautiful, practical, with really good quality and also very comfortable. So this bag is versatility itself. I love the fact that you have so many colors, options where you can choose from different leathers, different sizes, and it's a beautiful, elegant, everyday bag. Now the Chanel 25, it is also very practical. It is very beautiful. It comes in 3 different sizes. It is one of the best shoulder bags that I've ever seen. But yeah, very hard to find. Also very well thought out bag. Like, this is why I just think they're both like kind of equal in my mind in terms of the comfortable practical bags that are trendy right now. Love the outside pockets. They're the best thing of this bag by far. I love the shape. I love the chain, the drop. This bag is just really good. So finally, my opinion, if you're choosing between both, more than the price point and resale value and everything, I would consider the fact if you need more than just a shoulder bag or if you're okay with a shoulder bag. Because as a shoulder bag, this one is more comfortable, but this one as a top handle bag offers a lot, and it is really nice to have the option of doing crossbody if you have kids or if you need to run around and you really need completely hands-free. This one does offer that. Also, I feel like the Andiamo feels a little bit more refined. This one feels a little bit more like cool, edgy, very easygoing, everyday. This one is a little bit more mature, can be more formal in that sense. So I think you're between like chic and trendy and sophisticated and casual, but I don't really think that either of them is better than the other. I do believe that it's worth to have both. But I hope that if anyone was like on the fence regarding like the pros and cons and the little things that I found with each of the bags, that this video helped. We don't know what the resale value of the 25 is going to be, but I wouldn't really count on it. I know that a lot of people consider the resale value of the bags when they're getting them, and I see why, and this is something that I've always taken into account, because if you're investing thousands on a bag, you want to know that if you decide to let go of it because it doesn't really work out for you, that you can get most of your money back. So we don't know right now with Chanel. It's really tricky. It really depends on how long this bag is going to be trendy, when you sell it, where you sell it, the color, the size. But I do want to know that before, if you would get a classic flap, it would be very easy to resell it. Now, not that much. So when it comes to value for the money, then yes, Bottega Veneta would be better. It just has better craftsmanship. I stand behind my Bottega Veneta bags. Behind Chanel can be a bit of a hit or a miss. So in the end, I would recommend the Chanel 25 to someone that really wants to get a very trendy, beautiful bag. You want a bag that is going to be a comfortable, everyday bag that is relevant, that is going to look good with pretty much every single outfit, but also on pictures, that everyone kind of wants the 25 right now, and with good reason, because it is a really good bag. You also kind of enjoy the excitement of hard to find pieces, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you want something that feels modern, relevant, and cool. Now, I would recommend the Andiamo to someone that is looking for a very versatile bag and you value craftsmanship and durability. In that case, I would advise to not go with suede and just go with regular leather. I just wanted a bag that felt cozy. You want a bag that is going to be relevant for many years, and you don't really care about trends. Yes, this bag is still very trendy, but it may die down, and I personally don't care because I stand behind how comfortable and how much I love using this bag. So I feel like both bags offer very similar things in a different way and for different types of occasions, but both for me are worth it. So if you were between both, I would just go with the one that you feel like you like more. At the end of the day, you can find them in different sizes and different colors, so there's definitely options out there. But I would love to hear you guys out in the comments. Which one do you prefer? Are you team 25 or team Andiamo? So I hope that you guys found the video helpful. I don't know how much I repeated myself or rambled. I truly love both bags and I would definitely recommend them. But if you have any more questions about any of them, if you think that I missed something, please let me know in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to get to it. And also, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you two right here in case you wanna check them out. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye!